Hi, my name is Thomas Middledorp, and this is the second entry in the development log for Cold Logic. I said last week that development would be slow, and I was not wrong, but there has been progress, so let's jump in and take a look. The thing that I have been working on this weekend that I can start to show off a little bit is what I'm calling the Investigate system, which is kind of just a context-sensitive help system that you can always refer back to while you're playing. This is partly because I think it will look cool once it's finished. It still looks very prototypey at the moment. And partly because the way that all this stuff works and the way that all of that stuff is going to work isn't really feasible to explain in a tutorial and expect anyone to remember. So my way around that is that, say, if you pick something up and the tutorial for this is going to be really simple. The tutorial is press space. Okay, so, well, technically WASD and mouse look because it's a first-person game, and then the rest of the tutorial is press space. So you press space, and, well, nothing happens there. I'll probably add a bit more information to just examining things. If you have two things, you press space. It tells you, oh, you can combine them by pressing Z. In this case, I've actually done this in the wrong order, so it's not the best example. But if I put that back down and grab this one first, so that tells you can combine them, or you can remove them. If I pick this thing up now, that also tells me I can combine it. If I pick this thing up, it tells me I can combine it, and also has some other things on the other side there, which if I swap hands makes it easier to see. It tells me left mouse does that, X does that, which currently does nothing because I don't have one of these, which now tells me I can combine that. And now if I press X, that releases the magazine again. Similarly with, magazine with rounds in, I can take those out and put them back in, and same with the ammo box. So basically this is all just kind of it means that you don't need to remember what buttons do, because some of the buttons will change what they do contextually as well, and so trying to remember what any given button does in any given situation is not realistic. So yeah, if in doubt, press space, and it should tell you, what you're supposed to do. Not all of the functions on this are actually hooked up yet. Like for example on this, now it should be now telling me to, press R to pull back on the slide and so on. But that's the basic idea. Still working on it, but I at least have enough that I can show it in action. Currently it only works on things that you are holding in your hand. I am hoping to have it work for like examining things as well, so if you examine that, it'll give you a bit more information about it and tell you what to press to pick it up and so on. But I shouldn't really talk about that stuff until I've actually implemented it. Anyway, this is kind of about as much progress as I expected to make, possibly even a bit more progress than I expected to make, so I guess come back next week and see whether it's about the same again or a bit less or what. And yeah, as always, thanks for watching, and hopefully this is at least vaguely interesting, or you think that the game looks like it could be interesting once it's further along. Anyway, yeah, see you next week. Bye.